Hi, this is Mark Zanoni. Just want to do a couple of quick little demonstrations and talk a little bit about how I approach teaching harmonica and the things that I think are important. I did a number of different things, techniques, some tongue blocking, single note runs, because one of the things that I hear with a lot of people that pick up a harmonica and start playing blues on a harmonica is it's just all chording and chording and chording and chording in endless ways. And it's an instrument, that has a history. It has a genre. I mean, there's a catalog of incredible harmonica music out there, and it covers a lot of directions. There's obviously application of blues harp also in some rock songs. There certainly is that. But mostly what I'm going to focus on is the catalog of great music that is harp music that is in the blues vein, and that's an important part of it. I really insist that the students that work with me learn that, so it isn't just getting up and just honking endlessly on a bunch of things, doing the same thing over and over again. There actually are songs, and we'll learn those songs. And in the context of those songs, there are techniques, there are different kinds of things that you will focus on, but I think that that's really important. So we'll focus on those things and those basics, getting a good tone. It's important for a singer, important for a guitar player. It's about touch and feel, much the same for a harmonica player. I came at this late. I was actually taught by a guy that was a member of my band. When he left, his name was Cadillac Pete. When Pete left to go down and play with a great blues guitar player named Brian Lee down in New Orleans, I was looking for people, couldn't find anybody, and decided that I might as well learn how to play. And so Pete really coached me along, taught me a lot of things about actually playing the electric part of the instrument, using a microphone and all those things. So those are the things that we'll learn. I can help somebody to learn that and to coach them. Talk about note placement and how to, because I learned how to play as a guitar player behind a harmonica player, that was something that I needed to pay attention to. So we'll talk about mics. I have a couple, but I know people that are collectors, and each harmonica mic sounds different. This Hohner mic is very, very different sounding than, say, grab it, the Green Bullet that you heard in the introduction. Both of these mics have a volume control, which I really need. I use that volume control quite a bit for a lot of the things that I do. I will turn it down a little bit so I can chord behind somebody as they're singing or another instrument is playing, and then I will turn up for my solos. We'll talk about different positions, because what I was doing there was I was playing in cross harp, which is it's really a fourth mode position. Essentially, it's starting on a different note in the major scale, and in this case, playing in cross harp is actually a mixolydian sound. It's a flatted seventh sound added to a major scale, and but there are other ways to approach it, and starting in different notes on the scales give you different modes. I play a lot also in third position. Third position is if I'm in the key of A, I'm going to use a G harp, and because I'm starting on a different note in that scale on that harmonica, I will end up with what's called a Dorian mode, or a third position. So that's a minor scale with a flatted seventh sound. And so knowing that is important. There is a entirely different sound to it. There's a different approach, and different techniques that are required in order to play songs and in those different modes. So we will focus to some extent on straight harp, but for most of the blues stuff that I do, I'm playing in either third position or in cross harp. So, but as I said, we will touch on a lot of those things. I'm going to talk about amps too. That's somebody that I can coach people through, is how to pick an amplifier that will work for you. or other things that will help you to take a regular guitar amplifier and turn it into a harp amp. Right now I'm playing on a very small guitar amp right now, and I've got it on a 3-watt setting, but it is loud in here. And most of that is coming from my hands. It is really my hands that are creating the resonant chambers that are making this sound the way that it is. I will teach you how to do that. That volume and that tone is not so much coming from the amplifier and the microphone, although those are contributing factors to the sound, but it's coming from my hands, and I will teach you how to do that, how to get that good seal that will give you that power. So those are the things I'm going to touch on. If this is something that's interesting for you, something that you want to learn about, contact me on the website. At the end of this video will be an email that you can reach out to me, and I will be happy to work with you.